Hello and welcome to the Kate Porter Show, today's best country mix. And joining us today is Steve Scott from the Word 66. Steve, how you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic, Caden. How about you, my friend?
I'm doing wonderful. So let's get started by getting to know you a little bit and tell us how you got started in music.
I got started in music when I was a little kid, man. That's all I ever wanted to be, Caden, was a rock star. And I remember being a little kid, making believe I was holding up like a microphone and like singing to music and stuff. And eventually I got myself a guitar and took a few lessons. I'm pretty much self-taught. And there was a point in my time where I actually locked myself away and for a while. And I just practiced, man, like 10, 12 hours a day, because I was on a mission to be the greatest guitarist in the world. And of course that didn't happen, but I got pretty good by practicing for so many hours, man. And but anyway, probably about 5 years ago, I had this calling that I believe God had reached out to me and basically told me that my purpose in life was to write music to glorify his name. And we wound up going into the studio around 2020, around COVID-ish time. Recorded our first album called On the Way to the Promised Land. And it really took off, man. Um, we got tons of radio play and charted all over the world on the Christian and non-Christian stations.
That's awesome. So you have a brand new song called 37 Miracles. Tell us more about it.
Jesus in his lifetime actually performed a total of 37 miracles. A little trivia thing for some people out there. And I remember being in a sermon one time, and the pastor mentioned that Jesus had performed 37 miracles. And I thought that was so cool. So I kind of tucked that away in my head for another time until I was in a writing mode. And then I was proud to be able to write that and put that in the song. And it's like I said, it's our new release. And in the song, we list about 15 of his miracles as well.
That is amazing coming from something and somewhere that you were able to incorporate that into it. You don't see that much in music.
Yeah, it's really cool. And we're really proud to always be conveying a positive message to the world as well.
Definitely. I also see here that you have a new vocalist and you're also featuring Danny Miranda on bass. How is it
Correct.
working with somebody who is a brand new vocalist to the band?
It's been great. Our former vocalist, Brian, he had a great voice, man. And his voice was not as rock and roll as our new guy, Carlos, is. And that was kind of cool in a way because I believe that it gave us kind of more of a signature sound because I think when you can hear that voice as compared to a lot of the other, hard rock metal vocalists, he kind of stood out a bit. But unfortunately, things didn't work out for a while, and then we found Carlos. Carlos has been a great addition to the band. As far as Danny Miranda goes, if the listeners don't know, he has been in Queen and Blue Oyster Cult for like the last 25 years or so. Great guy, lives in New York. And to be honest with you, he's not officially in the band. He does the recordings for us and sends them over. But someday when we're out touring, there's a good possibility that he could join us.
That's exciting. So, if people want to learn more about you and your music, where can they find more information about you?
Everywhere. You can find us on all the socials, your Facebook and your Twitter and your Instagram. If you're interested in buying our music, you can find us on all the platforms. You can also find us with our videos on YouTube, of course, as well. And we always say, man, we appreciate if you guys can follow us and subscribe and like and a comment would be great as well.
That's awesome. Steve, is there anything that I forgot to mention that you'd like to mention before we go today?
Just the fact that, like I said, we are technically a Christian rock band, so we always spread a good message in our music, but we always tell people don't be fooled by that. We're not like a gospel band or anything like that. I mean, we are a legitimate hard rock, heavy metal band, like all your other favorite bands in that genre. But again, the only difference is that we rock with a positive message Um, we've been able to chart all over the world, and we currently have several things charting now as well. And we just found out today that there's this music contest called America's Next Top Hitmaker,
Mhm.
which is sponsored through Billboard. And for the second year in a row, we just made the top 10. So if anybody's out there, please, we can use your vote.
Awesome. Steve Scott from the Word 66. Thank you so much for taking the time to come on the King Gordon Show, today's best country mix. Definitely appreciate your time and support. And when you got something new to promote, we'd love to have you back on.
Thank you, Kate, and I really appreciate your time, my friend. God bless.